First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. To the air is Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
They are such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Okay, break.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. And there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well as this kick is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, Let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers throwing right, and that's complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. 23 yards to pick up there. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you want to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making him play.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll send the receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up. Can you imagine being in that one? You know what I can do, John said. We can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
On the ground, they want more than that 3. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers again now. And his throw is incomplete. Great coverage there all around, but they didn't have any options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
They'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Saints 14.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam on the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Handoff right side to Wangu. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an intercept. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. That's complete to John Ross. Running right through it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Riggs. 18 Radley.
He'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll go in the box as a 7-yard loss on the same play, and it's 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leader...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Rodgers. And this ball incomplete. It looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here and dropped it. Not a good one.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This will be caught at the 2. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, as the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. And they'll accept that penalty.
Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him started on a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The sneak successful from a yard out. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and a long way to go. Rodgers, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there.
Continue to run this one out as they head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And This is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Come back in! Come back in! 19 tight! 19 tight!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. Returnable here for Davis. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Hauled in by Anderson, left side.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call when they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, touchdown Falcons. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that one results in 35 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Intended receiver there was Donald Parham, but it'll be second and goal.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Back to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Well, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
Exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Mostert is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get that complete to Alvarado. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now back to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 25 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Saints 38.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Michel again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Sony Michel punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a little more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. They really changed the tone of what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. Dixon complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. It's an interesting call there to take the 3, but I guess they're thinking that the games were tied, but that fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Completes it to Dixon. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers over the middle, complete. It's Dixon. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Paid for this.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Rodgers throwing here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Rodgers. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss it.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Atlanta, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.